Oh, Lord have mercy. You know, me and technology have such a love-hate relationship. I get it. We need it. We can't do the things without it. But when it doesn't work, I get very I get very flustered. I have this whole great idea for how I wanted today to work. And you can see I'm not in the studio. I'm not in the studio. I'm actually in the room that I take my pictures in, because this is literally where all of this stuff is living right now. And normally, what I do is I will get the things photoed, take the items over to the studio, put them all nicely on the shelf and all of that stuff. And then that's my shipping room also. So then the stuff that sells, it's already there. So I thought, I'm gonna cut out a step, and I am just gonna go live right from the picture room. Right. Sounds like a great plan, doesn't it? Except when you bring the laptop over and the laptop has this humongous lag thing happen. Actually, the first laptop wouldn't charge. And so that wasn't going to work. So fortunately, I had a second laptop and I thought, okay, we're rocking and rolling. We got this. And then, no. Oh, no, no, never mind. I had this like brain moment where I still have like the laptop going so I can see your chat in a little bit of a bigger thing. And for a minute, I thought you were hearing echoes, but you're not, because that's not on the screen. So it's all good. It's all good. But you know what? I have a saying. I'm sorry, guys. This is my saying: where there's a woman, there's a way. So we figure it out, right? We just figure it out. And so that's what I have done today. So I'm using my phone to stream from. Now, the other thing, I was very proud of myself. I thought ahead, is this room is very dark. And I had my handyman install some lighting yesterday. And then it turned out it was too much lighting. So I've actually had to turn some of it off because it was a little too bright. And I'm like, oh, okay. But it works off of my light switch now, which is like, I don't know why I waited so long to do that. Oh, welcome in, everyone. I think we have our lovely international office audience today. And, I'm going live a couple hours earlier than normal. So hopefully it's not the middle of the night where you are, as it is sometimes. Like our poor Patty. Patty is always here and she's in England. And usually she has to leave because she's fallen asleep. So hopefully you can stay the whole time this time. I don't know how long I'm going to go today. I got a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff to share with you, show you. I picked up, first of all, who saw the video that I put out a couple days ago? Who saw that video? Because I participated in the online auction on Sunday. And that's why I was able to, in the video, tell you some of the things, just because I didn't know at the time I was shooting that video what I was going to end up with. So I was able to share with you some of the things that I got, but there's so much more that I ended up with. I mean, so I have spent Sunday, we picked it up. It took 2.5 hours to pick everything up. 2.5 hours. And what's really cool is I ended up with a table and 2 antique chairs. They're light chairs. They're these little Victorian chairs. I think I paid like $15 or $20 for the pair. I don't know what I'm doing with them, but when the price is that good, you can't say no. Look at the workmanship, the carving. Like, these are fantastic. There's the bottoms. You can see, I love antique furniture. So I picked those up, which I had room for them in here. And I bought this little, I can't show it to you because I don't want to move. I don't want to mess with technology and move anything. But I got this really cute little antique 2-tiered table kind of a thing that is what I was setting up the laptop and everything on, which I'm still able to do. I'm still, you know what? I could pull it. No, I can't because it's attached to a power cord. I was gonna say I could pull it a little closer so I could see. I mean, I could actually, oh, I could do this. I could move this a little bit like that. There we go. So I'm a little bit closer to your chat, which is I'm side eyeing over here to see the chat. But yeah, guys, like this was absolutely an amazing house. Now, a little side story. This is the estate that I was supposed to be working with the original estate sale guy with. And then I didn't hear from him and I didn't hear from him. And then the next thing I know, my other estate sale friend says, "Hey, I got this estate." And I'm like, "Well, wait a minute, that's the same estate." So I don't know what happened, transpired business wise there. But instead of being able to get early access and it being a live estate sale event, it turned into this online auction with a preview. Now, wait, you want to hear about the accidental paint? Oh, yes. I will share that. So there was a preview day at the house to where that's what you saw in the video. And then the auction took place on Sunday. And then Monday, Noah is like the most amazing son. I'm just going to tell you. He went with me to go pick all this stuff up. Even he was a little overwhelmed because they just kept bringing out stuff and bringing out stuff and bringing out stuff. And I'm like trying to like check off and track, make sure I got everything. About 119 lots. Oh yeah, the other table. So I bought another little table, which is what I thought this table was. I thought I only bought one. And I was thinking, oh my gosh, I am not going to get all this in my car. There was a couple also loading up all their stuff. And they bought, it was similar. It was like an Asian, like that really dark wood, like an ebony wood type, the classic antique Asian wood that is used on the furniture. So anyway, they bought one that was similar. And I said, "You want to buy this one?" They're like, "How much?" And I looked at my sheet and I figured out how much I paid for it. And it ended up being like $50. I'm like, $50. They're like, "Done." Then I'm thinking like, "Oh, I'm home free." And then they brought out this other little table. I'm like, "Oh shoot, I could have kept that. I could have kept that table." But oh well, you do what you do. But I still ended up having the chairs, this little table, and this ginormous painting delivered. So here's what happens with an online auction. Yes, I went to the preview. Yes, I looked at everything, but you don't remember, unless you've written down the lots that you really, really want, you don't remember everything. And the painting was not on my list of things I was going to purchase. But when the price is going so ridiculously low, and you're like, I'm lifetime looking things up. I'm researching as the auction is happening on things that I hadn't looked too closely at. And this painting was worth minimum $500. Minimum $500. And the bid was only at like 30. Nobody wanted this painting. And I'm like, what is going on here? Even if it needs a little repair or something, like it's still $100 painting. So Danny goes ahead and bids and wins this painting, thinking it's shippable size. What you saw in the video, it's huge. It's huge. So I had to have that delivered. I mean, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. But anyway, so I have this really nice painting that I don't know what I'm going to do with because I could put it on Cherish. I will probably put it on cherish.com. You've heard me talk about Cherish. Cherish is Chairish. Do not spell it wrong. Do not spell it like You cherish someone. Just don't do that. Don't. You will regret. Don't do it. Um, so Cherish has a thing where you can do you can use what is the company? Uship. Are you guys familiar with Uship? Uship.com used to be a reality TV show of the people who work for Uship, where, private parties like myself would contract, say, okay, I've got this painting. I need to get moved from Las Vegas, Nevada to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And you give them the dimensions and a picture, and you get bids. So the shippers, like, they bid on the job to see who's going to get the job. They keep going, and it's like a reverse bidding. So it'll start out, and then it'll go like, I can do it for less, I can do it for less. It's literally the race to the bottom for shippers. So that is attached with cherish.com for those larger items, so that the buyer can contract with uship.com to get things delivered. I love that show. I wish it was still on the air. That was a fun show to watch. The things that people had shipped. I'm telling you. It kind of was at the same time as Pawn Star, not Pawn Stars. Um, Storage Wars. It was kind of like a break off of Storage Wars, like that same thing. So anyway, so that's probably what I'm going to have to end up doing, is just put it on Cherish and then have somebody do like the freight type. It's not really freight. It is a private party. I'm getting some little notes from Chelsea. I'm seeing your notes. So just let me know when we can put the first item up, and we'll do so. Actually, I need to tell everybody how this works, because we're not just on Niche Shopping Network today. We are over on the Niche Lady channel, just because this is so different and so wild, and I want to talk about this stuff. There are some really historical pieces I'm going to show you. I have been listing and researching for 3 days straight. My kids are like, what are you doing? You're still up? Yes, I'm still up. I was working till like 2 o'clock in the morning, because it's quiet and you're not interrupted, and you can kind of just dig in and do the stuff. I got the last item that I had photographed listed literally an hour before we went live. So it's been like an all day thing. Yeah, you guys agree that was a great show? Yeah. You sit in it instead of a door. Oh, yes. You sit in a chair, like a piece of furniture. Yeah, there was some really interesting characters on that shows, like husband and wife teams and stuff. Anyway, so thank you. So all of the items that I'm going to show you are already listed. They're already available. We might do some fun things here and there. There might be something we'll do, like a make offer, kind of like, that's why you want to come here live. That is the benefit. And if you have a question, sometimes I will notice something on a piece that I didn't notice when I was just listing it from the pictures. So we have the benefit of that, doing this in this live form. But nicheLadyShop.com, that is my first place I list all of my things. Why? Because I don't have to pay the fees for like eBay or whatnot, or Cherish. Cherish does take big fees. They take big fees, but you price things up, to offset that. My reseller people out there. So this is the site where I can give you the best price. My own site is where I can do the wheeling and the dealing. So if you ever see something in my shop that you're like, you know what, that's kind of been there a while, I'm going to make her an offer, just send me a little note. There's a contact form. Make sure you let me know what item it's about, because when you do that contact form, it doesn't attach it to an item. It just tells me who you are and are contacting me. So always just say, Danny, would you take, $50 for that $75 thing, whatever. You know what? I'm here to sell the stuff. I'm here to sell the stuff. And I would much rather take an offer in my shop than I would on a site that I then have to pay fees on. But I do, for those who want to know, I do cross post. I let things sit in my shop for a little bit before I cross post. And then some of the things that, if it's like under $20, those are the things that eventually will like go to Whatnot or someplace and just do clearance. Speaking of Whatnot, I must say, um, I have three tubs of items next to me over here. But if I could with confidence move this and show you, I can kind of show you like three tubs right there. Oh, don't fall. Now what that is when I was going through all the things that I bought at the auction, you know, sometimes I bought a lot and there was like one or two things in the lot that I wanted to list on my site. So the rest of it is like, I'm going to Whatnot this stuff. Because then the reason being is I don't have to take the pictures and make the listing and all of that. We literally can like put it up. I can start it at $1 or $2. So be watching for that. I wanted to do it before I went live and I just didn't get there. I wanted to have a link for you guys to use to go over there. I am a Whatnot affiliate. So if you use the link, Whatnot gives me a little perk. So that's why I appreciate if you do come over to the sale, you use that link. It doesn't cost you anything, but they reward me for advertising my sale on my YouTube channel. So I am going to set up the Whatnot sale. I think I'm going to do it. See, that's the other thing. I don't quite know when I can do it. Either Saturday or Sunday, though. It's going to be either Saturday or Sunday. It won't be at the same time as Chelsea's NSN show, that for sure. But it's going to be either Saturday or Sunday. So be watching for that in my community section. I will post the link there. I'll also post it in the next video. Thank you, whoever just made a purchase. I will post it in the next video comments and in the description. It is a multicast tonight. Yes, I am over on my channel and I am on NSN. Now, if you are on my channel and you have not made it over to the Knit Shopping Network yet, I'm inviting you right now to come on over, get it bookmarked, like, subscribe, do all the things so that YouTube also lets you know when we go live. There's another way you can know when I go live over there, and that is to sign up for our free text messaging, which is scrolling right here below me. If you just text Danny to 929-566-4243, and that spells out 929-56 niche. We send out a text message to let you know that we were like, that reminds me, did I get it? Did we send out a text message for this show? Now that I said that. Hey, Dawn, I see you in the chat. Could you go like send out a text message? Because I bet there's some people that don't realize that I am on right now because it's earlier than normal. Oopsie. It's one of the things I usually check before I go live, and I didn't do it. But I saw Dawn in the chat. So she has the power to go do that. Somebody's asking me from Facebook, did you get the book Henny Penny? I did get the Henny Penny book. I literally paid what the book is worth. So I wasn't quite sure what to do with Henny Penny. I was thinking I was probably going to end up giving Henny Penny away because it's not really worth the time to photo and list and do all that. That was an emotional purchase. Sometimes I make those emotional purchases, as do we all. Okay, I'm just checking the chat. For those of you who just getting here, I had a little faux pas when we got started in that the laptop where I was supposed to go live from was just like a laggy beast, and I'm having to use my phone instead. So we're making it work, but I have to read the chat over here. So I'm not like side-eyeing you guys. I'm actually reading chat. Okay, we will do a fun giveaway at the end. Each item purchased during this show is an entry into the giveaway. So you can stay totally anonymous And I have a lot of really fun stuff that I can add to an order for a giveaway. So uh, we're going to have fun with it. And if we have time toward the end, I will preview some of the things that will be in the whatnot sale coming up. Indeed, indeed. And what I can also do, everybody, if you want to know about that whatnot sale, if you just, if you're already signed up for text messages, don't worry, you're going to get it. But it's also a way that I can send you a text message notification when I'm going live on whatnot. So thank you, Dawn. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it should be coming any second. Any second that text is going to go out now to let y'all know that I'm live. All right, I can't see what's selling right now. So if I show something and it's already sold, we're still going to like talk about it. We're still going to show it. Oh, what I didn't get listed yet. Oh my gosh, you guys. This is what's crazy. Okay. I have, they were literally, oh, I just made them all fall. They were listing things like this. It's just like a rug with fringe. Do you guys see what this is? This is Kalim. This is like fantastical stuff. So I have not got all of the textiles done yet. Look at, these will all get listed too. I mean, these are like, if you could feel the quality of this right now, this will be coming up. This will be coming up. I don't know. I might offer some of this on the whatnot sale. That's all coming up too. So I don't have the jewelry listed yet, and I don't have the textiles listed yet. I've got all of the pottery and the big stuff. I don't have all the half dolls listed yet. Like, there's still so much to do. So much to do. And they're doing another part 2 auction, and I'm dying. Because there's going to be a part 2. But Danny has to sell some stuff before she can buy any more. So that's why we're here today. Okay, what should I start with? I don't even know what to start with. Let's start with an incredible piece of Royal Hager. Okay, this woman was an antique dealer. So that is why there's such an eclectic mix, but there was certain things that they themselves collected, one of which was Hager pottery. The other was bookends. The other was barbershop stuff, which I didn't get any of that. That's not really my jam. What am I missing? Yeah, it was really like the pottery, lots of Art Deco. I got a few of the Art Deco things. Art Deco is so popular though. I had to battle. But what was your question, Roylene? I'm like, if you've just gotten here, the chat can let you know what's going on. I don't want to like look away from the screen too long to read, but somebody tell me what Roylene's question was, and I'm gonna watch for it. I'm gonna watch for it again. Yeah, it's kind of a thing today. And then there's like this lag, so you didn't hear me ask that yet. As I'm like sitting here watching, so I'm like, I feel weird. I'm like looking away from you. I don't want to look away from you. But there was an incredible Royal Hager collection, and I think I got every piece of it. I really think I got every piece of it. Because people just out here on West Coast don't seem to understand what Royal Hager is. Okay, I'm not seeing the question being asked again. Chelsea, do you know what she was asking me? Okay, can't stop the show to answer a question. I'm trying, though. I'm trying. I never want to ignore you guys. Like, this is all about interacting with you. So it's not on purpose. It's just, yeah, I'm just not, yeah. Oh, because the lag on this computer is lagging the chat too. Oh my goodness. Yes, Denise, everything that I'm showing today is on the website. Oh, I didn't even tell you how it works. Everything's going to come up on the screen. Let's just start with an item. We're going to do the lime peel Royal Hager. See, this is what's good too, is because you really get to see the size perspective. My poor shipping girl, I said, get ready. We're going to have some big stuff to ship. um, yeah, the chat is moving fast. It is moving fast, and I'm trying to watch it, but now I realize I'm watching it on a lag too. No, I did not get a chance to go back and get the leather coach purses. I did not. Had there been more things at that sale I would have been interested in, I would have spent the time to go back. But when it's just a couple things, then I really have to gauge if the time is worth it. Okay, look at the size. Now, you guys are probably familiar with orange peel in the Hager. Well, this is the lime peel. And it was really, really hard to find and research this. So you got to go by the shape. Yes, I got all the Hager pieces. I got all the Hager pieces. Hager's absolutely fantastic pottery. Look at the bottom of this. So this is felted with the markings on it. So they have the foresight to put their branding on the felt. And then it's probably still marked underneath there as well. It's a stunning, stunning glaze. The shape is not round. It's got this kind of, what would you call that? Almost a little bit of like a ruffle, like an organic ruffle to it. You know what I don't have with me is I don't have a tape measure. So I hope I put the measurements in the listings, which I can't read, but super 1970s piece of Royal Hager coming to you. All right, now the trick is, where do I put the stuff after I've shown it where it's going to be safe? Oh, the other trick. What I do, a lot of people ask me about my inventory system. Most of the things that I sell, I have a room with cubbies. Do you remember when I had the thrift store and I had all those IKEA cubby shelves as part of my display? Well, let me tell you, those have now become my inventory room shelving. So I have two rooms that are just cubbies, and I have things sorted by animals, pottery, glass, metal, wood, miscellaneous, for those things that don't fit in any of the other categories. I keep salt and peppers in one, and I keep butter dishes in one, because things that I tend to pick up a lot of have like their own space. And that's how the room is set up. When I have higher end pieces like that vase, I have all the curio cabinets that used to be up on my stage are now here. That is where I put the nicer things. They get put into a curio cabinet. And then they're like displayed. I get to enjoy them too, which is like an added perk. So that's super fun. Okay, let me see. Oh, Julie's here. Julie's here. Julie, I missed your show yesterday. Julie live crafts on Wednesday mornings. And what was I doing yesterday? Oh, yeah. I was in a very tedious Zoom meeting yesterday, which I would have much rather been at your crafting show. Let me just say. Okay. Dawn, are you still here? Because I totally thought of you when I found this piece. They had this and a wood hand together in a lot. And I have not listed the hand. The hand's going to go on whatnot. I think. I don't know. I don't know. She might end up here. But this is an old jewelry necklace display, and the reason we know that is, look, she's got the hooks on the back to hold. Oh, she had to leave. Okay, well, she'll have to watch it later. Well, look at that. So you can hold the necklace on the back of the bust just where you want it, because a lot of times, a necklace is too big to just sit on a piece. So you have to kind of finesse it onto the bust. It is chalkware. She is quite old. And you can see the dealer had her own little thing on here saying it is display for display. She's absolutely stunningly gorgeous. I don't know. Is she not over here? Let's see. We'll have her little QR code. I didn't even explain how the QR code works, did I? My brain. When I get out of like my way of doing things, I get a little confused sometimes. But the way this works, if you're new here, is each item is going to come up on the screen with its picture and info and a QR code. And that QR code, you can take your phone, which I normally show you how that works, but my phone's on the thing. So you could take your phone, open the camera, don't take a picture, just hover, it scans it. Your camera acts as a scanner, and then there it is. And then it'll give you a link, and you just go right to that link, and that link goes right to the item that we are talking about. So that's how this works over here. So, and there's also, if you're in the live chat, there will be a link in the live chat, which will also show you. You know, I just thought of something. I just thought, because I wonder if it would lag there too, though. I was thinking maybe I need to just go over to YouTube on my laptop to see the chat better. But then I wouldn't get all the chats. So no, that wouldn't work either. Never mind. I'm just trying to problem solve because I'm seeing this serious lag in the chat over here on. Oh, wait, it's not even. Is it? Stand by. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all. I'm not trying to put anything on the screen. Okay, never mind. I should probably just not even mess with it because it's making it work worse. Anyway, she's gorgeous. She's there. She's an oldie. I'm going to say she's 60s, 70s, and she's chalkware, but she's in absolutely amazing condition. Amazing. The hand, I thought I had the hand fairly close by. I'm like looking for the hand to see if I can show it to you. No, it's in the tub. It's in the tub. You know what? I'll show it. I'll show it when we do the whatnot. We'll show it when we do the whatnot sale. Okay, I'm trying to get my little cart here empty. Here's another piece of beautiful Royal Hager. Anybody know the name before we put it up? Anybody know the name of this glaze? It's a very, very well-known, popular Royal Hager glaze. I think every collector has a piece with this glaze in their collection. Let's see if anybody knows what it is. I mean, it literally is named with what it looks like. That is your hint. It's so yummy, 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 yummy glaze, especially if you like the earth tones, the earthy things. Yeah, Melissa, you kind of know. You kind of know. It is, we'll put it up here on the screen for you. Earth wrap. Earth wrap is what they call this one. Now, do you see it? Doesn't it look, you know, like those earth tones are like wrapping each other like a big hug? I mean, it's splendid and it's textured. So I was trying to, you know, we had one picture in there and then I realized there's like, I don't know what, it's just like some smudge on the side. It'll clean up. It's almost like a little wax drift on it, like right there. And you can see it in the pictures. But I was trying to show the texture of this piece. So like, see the brown? How that's actually like, it's got texture to it. And then you've got, you know, the glossy areas. And that just makes this so spectacular. Ooh. It's a big vase. I have all of the dimensions are in the listings, even if I don't remember them right now. There's the mark on the bottom. Gorgeous, gorgeous piece. Go there. Oh, let's see. Should I do this biggie or should I show some flower frogs first? Maybe we'll show some flower. I'm gonna tease you with that one. I'm gonna roll this whole thing over here. We'll talk about Mr. Champlain here in just a moment. Put it on the table. Here we go. Okay, which one should we start with? There's a lot of Weller. Okay, I'm going to be very careful because there are some very expensive Rookwood pieces under here as well. I don't want to hurt anything. I'm getting It's gonna be a little tough on some of these to figure out which is which. So I'm gonna give Chelsea a run for her money. Chelsea, we're gonna start with a rose-colored Weller flower frog that looks like so. It's got the Weller on the bottom. It is not the one that has its original price tag. I think the other rose one has its original price tag. This one is a little bit bigger too. Yeah, so this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It is an 8-hole flower frog. It is marked Weller on the back there. I know, sorry, Chelsea, this is going to be a challenge. Which, oh, it was, oh, gotta love our software. I pulled everything over, but it must have been trying to play games. So we never put that one up. That's okay. We're not going backwards. Onward, onward and upward, as they say. All right. We're going to try to find this rose-colored Weller. Actually, yeah. If you're not already signed up for Whatnot, that is the link to use. That is the one to use. They will give you $15 of credit to use over the next 30 days. Oh, we found it. There we go. Yeah. So this is the Weller rose-colored flower frog. But if you're already signed up for Whatnot, I am going to provide a link that I would love for you to use, because then I can sell things cheaper is what it amounts to. And they just give me a few percent, affiliate little payout if people use my link. And that makes it so that I can start things at a lower price. The other rose-colored one is so sweet because it's got its original little price tag on it from when someone originally bought it. Oh, and somebody already snagged this one. I don't know if you've noticed, but I love history like this. When literally somebody said it came from Westminster Abbey. It says Westminster Abbey, $2.50. There is a 72 written on it, and I don't know if that is the year that they purchased it at Westminster Abbey. But doesn't that make you wish for the times when you could buy things for $2.50 and when it maybe felt like what $10 feels like today? I'm just saying. Okay, let's go to the purple. Now this one is a little as found, but look at the color of this. Most of these are Weller. Oh, somebody snagged this one too. Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. This one's still available. I need to stop. I just need to stop looking at anything but the chat over there. This one has a little as is issue on the bottom, but the color is super rare. So you got the payoff there. And if you're displaying it, you don't even see that. That was super cool piece. Then let's get into the blues. Okay, these will be a little tricky because no, they won't. No, they won't. We're going to do the Weller blue. We'll do the Weller blue first. There's a Weller and a Hager. We'll do the Weller blue. This is a little bit bigger. I love that Weller actually stamped their flower frogs. A lot of times these pottery flower frogs did not get the maker's stamp on them because they went with a bowl. So you have the console bowls, and then one of these would have sat in the middle to put the flowers on. So they didn't necessarily mark all of the flower flags. The Hager piece I'm going to show you is like that. This is beautiful. This is an absolutely stunning blue. Let's see if my camera will show you. You see, it's got not just a flat blue in there. It's got some of that modeling, if you will. Love this piece. I'm not going to collect flower frogs now, though. I'm not going to start a new collection. would be so easy to start a new collection, but no, we're not going to do it. Let's show the Hager. Okay, this has also got a little as found issue, but this is a blue and green flambe, if you will. It is made by Royal Hager, and it is a large one. It is not a small one, but somebody loved this enough to actually color, repair, unless the clay is that color. Is it possible the clay is that color? Now that I look at it, I don't know. I thought somebody just colored it to do the repair, but it might be just the color of the clay. So it's got a couple chippies on the bottom, but it is a super cool blue and green. All the measurements are in the listing too. I did do that. We've got the measurements. Okay, this is a cool little pebble shape. I don't know who makes this one. It was kind of a miss. This is one of the last things I got listed today, and I was running out of time, and somebody has grabbed it. So I hope you got, I hope it's like, it's worth like way more than I listed it for. I just like threw a price on there. But it's cool. It's like pebble shape or egg shape, if you will. And it's got 7 holes in it. But the one that ends up being super exciting to me that I researched, oh wait, I'll show in a minute. I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping, at least for now, I am going to keep the little bird to go in my bird collection. It is marked made in Japan on the inside. So if anybody's wondering, where's the bird one? Where's the bird one? Danny's keeping that one. I do collect birds. I do collect birds. Oh, I really wish this chat would work a little better over here for me. I really wish that was a thing, but it's not. Okay. So this was a fun one to do a little research on. So first you can see how large it is. This is by B. Huber, I am assuming is how you say it. And it's Bernice Huber. She is a listed potter. Now, when I was doing the research and I found information on these different artists, I have put that all over in the listings. So if you wanted to go and peek and say, well, who is Bernice Huber? I'm pretty sure that I have a little bit of history about her in there. I know I have it on several of the pieces that I was able to find information on the artist, but it is large and in charge, and it is signed by her on the back, and it is mid-century, and it again, it's that very organic, almost looks like a stone. Just I love it. I know I don't even know what else to say. It's so cool. Okay, put you up here. I just have to remember to shift things around there. I'm coming back to this baby. I promise. Let's see, what else do I have on here? Oh, speaking of good pottery, let's talk a little Rookwood, shall we? Now in the video, when I flipped these over, I was pretty sure that was a Rookwood. Do you ever like doubt yourself? Like you know something, but yet it's almost like too good to be true. So you're like, no, no. I was kind of doing that to myself because I knew the mark. I knew the mark was Rookwood, but I couldn't let my brain agree to it being Rookwood. I don't know why not, because this house was so amazing. So I got 2 of the 3 sets of Rookwood bookends. And as you can see, they are worth some money. This color, I actually could not find anywhere. I could find blue, and I could find even a dark blue, but I couldn't find the blue with this modeling of white put in it. Super unique. I could find green like this. There's like a rose colored pink like this. Could not find any blue. And we all know blue is the desirable of the desirable colors. What's that saying? Hold on. I'm waiting. Oh my gosh, I can't read the chat on here. You can't see what you were saying there. I wish I could get this to work. Hold on, I'm gonna try to, I just can't even scroll the chat down over here. I don't know what it's doing. I don't know what it's doing. Stand by. Stand by. Oh, wait. It's working a little bit. Goodness. Can you hear me clicking? It's like, it's just not wanting. It's like that delay, like you click and then it delays. Hold on. I'm going to have to go turn the heat down too because I am starting to sweat. Starting to sweat. Let's see, did that? Oh, come on. Come on. Do you have your audio forward facing? Because when you are away from the phone, I can't hear you as well. I have no idea what audio, like, it's just the phone. I don't even, I'm not touching nothing. But if you can hear me, then you can hear me okay when I'm talking here, right? I hope so. Look at that. Not a perfect situation. Not what I would have preferred, but we're making it work. We're making it work. Just like the chat. Like, I don't know why it's like it's stalling. Like the chat is just stalling. You don't know why. I see there's new chat like coming in and but it's like it's not. Okay. Well, hopefully that fixes up. Yeah, I'll try to be aware of when I turn around that like don't say anything important. Yeah, so something like this is probably going to end up going over to Cherish. But I do want to share this stuff with you and we can all ogle on it together. And I feel absolutely blessed that I was able to pick this stuff up for the prices I did. Uh, Super excited. So I got also, and I learned a new thing also. Okay, the owls are not nearly as heavy as these ravens. And like the dogs, you remember me looking at the dog? I battled for the dogs. The dogs went crazy high. So a lot of times when you're at an auction, you have the end collector there and you have resellers. So resellers all are just gauging how much risk they want to take and how much knowledge they have and how much things are worth at an auction. So there must have been a collector, a true collector went for the dogs because they were like, whew, they were going crazy. But these are actually rooks. Who else knew that a raven or crow or whatever kind of bird you think you see here is also called a rook? Hence, I'm thinking Rookwood. I don't know. Seems like that kind of goes together. Um, but yeah. And I think it was it in one of these listings, I believe it is the owl listing. There's a little story about the founder of Rookwood, who was a woman. And y'all know back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, a woman starting a business was not a desirable thing. That was frowned on. So she was a very courageous woman. But it was indeed a woman who founded the Rookwood Company, which makes me love it even more now. But this bird depicted in this mold that they use to make these, it's a rook. It's a rook. What are we talking about? Ravens and crows are such intelligent birds. Yeah, I would I would love a crow as a pet. I got to tell you, because they are highly, highly intelligent. I'm only holding one because these are quite heavy. They are definitely bookend worthy. And so I'm leaving also on these. The dealer had her own. So some of these, I know she collected bookends. So I know these were part of her personal collection. So this is probably what she had on there when she paid for it. I'm pretty sure that says $830 back in the day. But they are from 1924. You know that because, and I'm trying to get the shadow not to be being obnoxious there. See the XXIV, that's Roman numeral 24, tells you when that was made. It's kind of like their dating system. We didn't look at that on the owls, did we? The owls have an XL, which would be what? What would XL be? in Roman numeral. Is that, why is it not coming to me? Why do I want, why am I thinking 40? Is it 40? Is it 40? Maybe. Okay. Some of the stuff too, I'm like, after doing the pictures, like, I mean, doing the listings, I like, okay, I want to look at this a little closer and see if something was missed. Okay, it wasn't. It is 40. Okay, so 1940 on the owls, 1940 on the owls, 1924 on the crows. I was thinking, no, really, I was thinking, unfortunately, there's only one of these guys, but he still makes a really cool bookend slash just a cool bronze on your shelf. He is bronze, he is solid, he is old, and he is The Thinker by the artist Rodin. Rodin, almost sounds like rodent, Rodin. I'm probably saying it wrong. You guys are probably laughing at me because it's like there's some fancy schmancy way to say it where it doesn't sound like rodent. Anyway, it is a single The Thinker bookend. There is the bottom. The construction is very interesting on this with how that's put together. It's like one of the ways you know this is an older piece, as they do remake The Thinker still to this day. He's a very, very popular fella. And then there's some plays on the whole like where he's sitting kind of thing that we won't go into. Okay, who figured out why I had to put a cat up in the upper right hand corner of a certain scene in the video? Did you guys figure that out? I know. Rodin. Okay, that makes sense. I will honor him with saying it correctly. What are we talking about? Something about the tall earth wrap. What about it? If it's wanted, it can be purchased. It is over in the shop right now. Just got to go over there and snag it. Snag it. Well, I mean, not necessarily a nude because all animals are basically nude. Okay. It was a male and a female lion in a compromising pose. So we were giving them a little privacy, shall we say. And actually Noah's like, Mom, we got to cover that up. I'm like, really? Because it's just art. And no, Mom, you'll get in trouble. I'm like, okay, no, okay. So he covered that up for me. He chose the kitten, which when I saw his edit, I actually laughed out loud. I'm like, oh my gosh, that boy is so smart. Lions in the act. Okay, these, I'm telling you. Oh, I just noticed something on these that I didn't notice before. Okay, see, that's what I like. These bookends I could not find, and I spent 30 minutes on and there is a set. I'm not just holding one. There is a set of these beautiful bronze, very Art Deco, maybe transitioning into Art Nouveau, because it's go both ways. But what's very interesting is they are made in Israel, and I did not see that when I was making the listing. That might have made my research just a little bit easier, but there it is there. That is real turquoise used. It's like chips of turquoise compressed together. So it's not like just one piece of turquoise. It is kind of a conglomeration of turquoise pieces to give it that nice little texture. They are heavy. They are made very, very well. Felted on the bottom to protect your shelf. That was like a thing, man. Everything back in the day got the felt on the bottom, didn't it? But they're beautiful. Absolutely stunningly beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, I know. No, no. So Patty's saying that there is one owl bookend on eBay, I think for $500. I priced my set at $500. No, if I buy it right, I'm going to pass it on right. So I did that on purpose. Because I don't want to hold on to the stuff. I want it to sell. And if I can make my profit margin that I need to stay in business, then I'm perfectly happy passing on the deals to you guys. Don't mind it at all. To hold the vase until she's done. I have no way to hold that vase. I mean, there's nothing I can do. I don't even have the capability to be on my computer right now. Maybe she could pull over real quick and go snag it. Just go, just go bip over to the side, snag, and then keep driving. Okay, this was another favorite purchase. And I loved, this is a tough one because, okay, who can relate? You get something, you start researching, and you realize that you would love to own pieces from this artist. I am going to sell this though, because I just have no room for more things. But this is an old Patagonia pottery vase. And now I have the whole story of, oh, and somebody snagged it. I got the whole story of Patagonia pottery in that listing. If you want to go take a peek, everyone is hand done. Look at the workmanship and the detail. And this is a glossy glaze on a matte finish. Then you've got the accented blue and blue interior. And they do a lot of these flowers. I saw one that was a hummingbird. Oh, be still my heart. A sunflower. It was like spectacular. There's your marks on the bottom. Old Patagonia, Mark Kissinger, 1985. The 80s were a very good time for art pottery, I must say. So many beautiful, beautiful pieces. I know, it's amazing. It's amazing. But somebody gets to enjoy it now. Can't keep it all, can't keep it all, but you're going to love it in person. And I have to say that everything in this woman's collection is in impeccable condition. The few things that I have showed you, like some of the flower frogs and things, like even then, like the piece was worthy of staying in her collection, even with a little damage. But everything else I got, there is not a pimple on it, which is like mind boggling. Sometimes you go, is it really that old? And it's like, yeah, it really is that old. So you have a coloring book of famous statues. Cool. Oh, yeah. I'll be on the hunt for more of that for sure. This is the thing. Like, and this happens to my brain too. It's so hard to go back into a Goodwill after I have been in the presence of so much greatness. Like, because then you're like, everything just feels so like meh, meh, meh. But it also trains your brain to look for those better things. So you will spot things on the shelf you may not have spotted otherwise. And also getting your hands on it and feeling the quality of things that are identified. Then if something isn't marked, you go, this feels good. And then you can take it home and you can research and you can figure out what you've got. Okay, my tray is ready to load more stuff. I was not thinking I was going to pick up these little German plaques. I thought they were plaques. They're not plaques. They're actually breakfast plates, breakfast trays. What did I call them? They're German. And I absolutely like, what did I call it? What is it called? It's called a breakfast what? What did I call it? A breakfast what? Save me, Chelsea. What did the rest of that title say? A breakfast something. I'm watching. Somebody's going to give me the answer. Or just going to let me fumble for a while longer. A breakfast. No? Nobody's going to help me? Nobody's going to help me with this one? board. Thank you. It's a breakfast board. It's a breakfast board. Very old, like early 1900s. So I'm assuming a breakfast board was used to bring, the pastry or the whatever to serve the young lady in bed or something. Okay, you ready for my German? I'm going to read this to you because it's typed out on the back so I can decipher it. Uh, Wenn dich die Frau Geld aufsprichst und sei bedorfst zu bremen nicht. How'd I do? What that says is, when your wife about money inquires, grumble not if she requires. It's kind of like happy wife, happy life is the saying on here. Anyway, that's on the back, that's staying on the back, so you know what it says. Um, and then the other one has a much simpler saying here. Oh, this one isn't like written out in the German in the back. It's Ufertaglid Brot gib uns Hut. I know I'm saying that wrong. Give us this day our daily bread is what that one. And so again, it's a breakfast board, very, very old, over 100 years old. They are cool, right? I did not have my eyes set on picking these up, but again, sometimes in an auction, if the price is right, you grab it. And then you figure out what it is later. I thought they were just German plaques, but to find out that they were actually a functional household, useful item tickles me. I love that. Let's have some history. I would love to know about the couple that were involved in the one that was basically happy wife, happy life. 100 years ago, was that like even a thing that guys thought about? I'm thinking not. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking not. Okay. Let's talking about marriages. Let's talk about this little marriage. It took me a minute to figure out that this was indeed a marriage, but it's a good one. It is a good marriage. It is an inkwell. I'm trying to think of like another word for it. It is an inkwell, and these are ink pots. That's what it is. These are the ink pots to sit in the inkwell. I'm going to take the little pots out so I don't accidentally, like I'm standing up. It's a long way to the ground. So here's the base. The base is very Art Nouveau, very, very Art Nouveau. And it is signed. Look at that. See, I didn't see that. It says 1 VCM or VGM 79. See that? See that? And that helps us a little more. Looking at, oh, somebody's already snagged this. Okay. We're still going to talk about it. So it's nice, heavy, everything you want to feel in an old antique piece. But when I researched, I kind of put something down. When I researched the ink pots, I came back with like 1930s on the ink pots. That's why I'm calling it a marriage. Now, it goes really well. It goes really, really well because the little insets of the inkwell itself are square, but they don't fit quite, like they're not snug. They're like, you got to put them in just right for it to work, but it works nonetheless. And somebody's going to get a very, very nice piece of history. It will be lovingly wrapped up for you. Okay. I'm going to come back to that one. Let's talk about a little Egyptian alabaster. So who knows how you tell the difference between marble and alabaster? What is the big thing to look for between the two? When I saw this from a distance, I thought it was soapstone because they had it with like the ram's head bookends and it kind of looked like the African theme. And I'm like, oh, it's soapstone. And then I got closer. And I saw and I'm trying to give you the hint by, oh, Oh, I don't say it on there. Okay. I'm watching the chat. Um, I'm trying to give you the hint by holding it in the light just right so that you can tell that it is alabaster. Alabaster has a translucence to it, almost like, I don't know if you can see that. No, but you can see my shadow of my hand on the inside as it's on the outside. With marble, you wouldn't be able to do that. Marble would be opaque. So this is an absolutely stunning piece. I researched that it is Egyptian alabaster, and that's based on the color, the veining. It's just such an incredible piece. Beautiful piece. I love it. I love all this stuff so much, but I can't keep it all. So that's the beauty of being a reseller is I get to enjoy it for a little bit. I get to learn about it, and then I get to pass it on. Yep, the translucence. So just remember that if you are trying to decide if something is it marble, is it alabaster, kind of put it in the light. If you can see through, not see through, but like you can see your shadows on the other side, you've got alabaster. Let's bring the ram's head over. Oh, they're heavy. Oh, they're heavy. Who knew Arthur Court made anything besides aluminum pieces and that they were an older company? Well, here you go. I thought they were buffaloes at first. I was like, buffalo, but no, they are ram's heads. Ram's heads, they are chalkware. They are heavy. They would definitely hold your books. And they are, see if I can show it without dropping it. Marked on the bottom there, Arthur Court. Boom diddy boom. There is a pair. I'm not just holding one. There is two. And they are felted on the bottom. Not to scratch your lovely furniture. And where am I going to put them? I'm going to put them back where they were. I'm going to put them back where they were. Back where they were. Okay. Now, you sit with the flower cross up here. Okay, you, I'm coming back to you. All right. Let me catch up on chat over here real quick. Real quick. Real quick. Oh. Alabaster was used in Egypt from ancient times. Yep, absolutely. Can you imagine being the one who discovered alabaster? And as you're like chipping away at it, you realize like, oh, look at this. You can see through it. Oh, I could make this into a vase. Somebody had to do it. Okay. One of my favorite purchases, one I cannot believe that I ended up with. The Tramp art box. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. Is this not amazing? And again, you guys are probably gonna tell me like I priced this lower than anything you can find out there. But that's okay because I bought it for a really good price and I want to get it into a home where it can get loved and appreciated. Oh yes, and this dealer, anytime she had some information, she would include it. Look at this. She's got an old newspaper clipping that shows this box, or one very, very close to it. Tramp art jewelry box. It was at the Hadley Antique Center in Hadley, Massachusetts. There's no date on this paper, but you can tell it's an old piece of paper. And I know who the woman was, but out of respect, I am not going to show her name. But she dated this to the 1930s, and I'm going to trust that she knew her stuff. It's so cool. And what's really cool, if you look at the wood on this, now remember the candle holders that I got recently? And I was like, damn, these look old, but I'm not quite sure. It's that same wood technique as they used on this piece. Somebody's gonna love it. This has some history. I'm gonna put it nicely right there. I'm trying to stay in a wee bit of an order so I don't get confused. I know, oh, this is when you can't hear me. It's good, huh? I am going to show you something. I don't have these listed yet. This is a teaser because I definitely want to keep one or two of these because I love them so much. I'm keeping this one. I'm keeping this one. They are earrings holders. So there's a bird. There's, what are you? Oh, you're a little Cupid with feathers. A little fairy with wings. Aren't these great? Another Cupid. I will get these listed. I will get these listed. Oh, she's another one of the fairies. And then another Cupid. So I definitely want to get these up. They're great for Valentine's Day, but I am keeping the bird. I'm going to use it for taking pictures of my earrings, is what I'm going to do. But I couldn't resist those. I couldn't like those. I know. They're so cool. They're so cool. And I had to get them on my way. Okay, this piece took a little bit of digging to really figure out what it was. And it is a wine, what did I call it? A wine what? A wine, not a jug. Jug is what I originally searched. And you can call it a jug, but that's not. It's a wine something. I'm waiting. What did I call it? Why does it why does it keep cutting off? Somebody help me. What did I call it? A wine what? This is so bad. It's big. It's very, very big. This one will be fun to ship. There is a small spout there. Yes, it could be for water or wine. Chelsea, where are you? I have a little private chat window over here that she can feed me info, but that's probably lagging. She's probably already typed it in and it's just not coming up because that computer is just being ridiculously wonky. Okay, somebody help me. What did I call it? I called it a wine something in the listing. Did I call it a jug? Maybe I called it a jug. I did find a wine pot. Okay, a wine pot. There we go. I found one that there was like some silk cord that originally ran through, probably just to carry it. It's a super big, heavy piece. As you can see, this one is not as old as that one that I found. And I know that because this one is marked with the made in China like this, as opposed to just a single stamp like that one had. Yeah, but it's big. I wanted you to see, like, it's a big one. That's going to be fun to ship. Oh, Lord have mercy, what I didn't do. Okay, help me out, folks. If you buy a large item, don't put multiple things in your cart. I forgot to make it so some of these things ship alone. But you don't want anything else shipping with this, trust me. So if you buy a big piece for me today and you see something else you want, just do it on a separate purchase so I can ship it separately. Please, pretty please. I totally meant to do that. I meant to do a lot of things, but technology was not my friend. It's not my friend. I am going to need to go turn the heat down. It's really warm in here. Remember me talking about these? I saw them on the table. I always love them. I don't know what it is. There's just something so, I can't even think of the word. Like raw is the word that comes to mind, but it's not, raw is not the right word. Just like, it's antique glass when you see it. It's Bristol glass. And I did pick these up because there is a matching pair, which you don't find very often. And it's a matching pair that's in really good condition still. Because a lot of times this was not high-end glass of the day, which all the more reason that it survives and gets to this point in its life. It is all hand painted, enameled. You can feel the paint as you put your hands across it. So it's all hand painted and hand painted to match. There is the bottom. They are hand blown. I don't know why that's got a 26 on it. Does this one have a 26? Must be like, yeah, so it must just have been their way of determining like the shape or something, but matching pair, absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I know I had a couple people ask me, if I ended up with my little shoes. Yes, I did. This is what I collect. I like the adult ones better than the children's ones. But when I looked at these, what got me was this was a child of walking age, and there's literally some wear. So just imagine like this, I'm going to set these next to one of the women's pairs because this would have been a mother and child walking together. So it wasn't a baby. This was a child of walking age. I'm going to guess maybe like 2 or 3 years old, and you can see the wear, but I think they also were still crawling. So maybe younger, maybe a little younger, because look, the toes are worn as if they still like scooted down and were crawling. So I don't know. Those just get to me. I love them. Okay, this was another little fun researchable moment. Something I hadn't intended to buy, but I bought them because the price was right. They are these chamber stick candlesticks, and they are from Syracuse, China, which is restaurant ware, and they are from the Palace Hotel. There. So these are probably like 1920s. 1920s. Can you imagine going to a hotel where you needed to use a candle to get around your room at night? Like, how cool is that? And then you think, oh, this was kind of like it was kind of a bougie hotel. So who might have used these candlesticks? You see where the mind goes, but cool piece of history. Syracuse, China. Usually a restaurant wear piece, meaning it's heavier, a little bit more industrial, can stand a little bit more abuse than like a fine china. But I love it because of the history. What are those flowers? What flowers? The lamp? That lamp up there? Now you're getting to see my little stash on top. Kind of where I like stash stuff that I haven't figured out what I'm doing with yet. It's a lamp. If you're talking about this, it's a lamp. This is another piece I ended up with. I probably shouldn't have. I didn't get the greatest of price on this, but again, it pulled at me because of some things I'm going to show you. It is a match holder. And I think what it is one side is for the unburned matches and the other side is for the burnt matches. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But this is a super old turn of the century piece. Look how it is held together on the back. See the wing? The wing that came loose and it was repaired, but it was repaired a long time ago. Look at the age of that wood. Like what? So yeah, I couldn't leave it. Couldn't leave it. But I I paid too much. I paid too much for this guy, but I just thought he was cool. And somebody else will think he's cool. Sometimes the repairers are like the value because history, history. Okay, this girl, she kind of fooled me. She fooled me a little bit. Now I collect dolls, and I can show you the dolls. I bought that lot of 5 dolls, but there was only 2 in there that I wanted. And I'm going to sell the rest. The rest will be on Whatnot. I'm going to start them at $5 each. So if anybody likes they're vintage, the other ones, they're just not the 100-year-old dolls that I collect. And this girl, I don't collect the China head dolls, although I have a couple. I do have a couple in my collection because I still do love the history behind them. Her head, her hands, and her feet are oldies. Look at her little button shoes. Her body is not old. Her body is a replacement. Her clothing is genuinely old and antique. But there you go. So instead of being like a $200 China head doll, she's about an $80 China head doll. And she is up for sale. I was hoping that she was all authentic. These tiles. Okay. Let's start with no, let's start with yes, let's start with this. Okay. I know you have no idea what I'm talking about. All right. Tiles. I do not know when my whatnot sale is going to be yet. I have to nail down day and time, and I will do that. I will have my decision by today's end, and I will post it in the community section of my YouTube channel. So stay tuned for that, and I will have a link to go over to it. But it'll be this weekend. It'll be this weekend for sure. I have to see, here's my dilemma and what I'm waiting for confirmation on. With whatnot, I have to get things out within 2 days of the sale. So I have to coordinate with the girl who helps me with shipping just to make sure that we can get things out. Now, she is working tomorrow morning to get all of today's purchases. And if you purchased anything in the last couple days, since I think I shipped everything that was purchased through Tuesday. So Wednesday, Thursday purchases get sent out tomorrow morning. And then I don't have her back until Tuesday morning, I think, which I'm trying to confirm. And if that's the case, then I can do Saturday or Sunday, and we're good to go. That's all I'm waiting. I know it's more than you probably needed to know, but I always feel like I need to share with you what's going on in my brain and why I'm not just saying it's going to be here. So, all right. This beautiful tile is Elaine and Amanda Kane. They are California artists. And they're all individual. I'm reading off the back. They're individually hand painted, not mass produced. The liquid glass glaze requires temperatures over 1800 degrees to bring out the vibrant, lustrous colors. No two are exactly the same. That's the story on the back here. I don't know and couldn't find whether Elaine and Amanda were sisters or mother-daughter. Anybody know? Or, I mean, they both have the same last name, so they're related in some way. So we're starting with this one, which is just kind of a geometric pattern. And then we're going to show this one, which has this beautiful pelican. And somebody has snagged this one. It's absolutely stunning. And what's really cool is they lived, or at least, were there businesses in La Habra Heights? Because I'm thinking there wasn't businesses in La Habra Heights. That is like homes in La Habra Heights, but maybe they had a little shop. But I know where this is. This is where I grew up when I did real estate. This was my territory. So I don't know. That may not excite you as much as it excites me, but I'm like, wow, that's so cool. Anyway, this one is definitely Elaine, and it is signed by her on the back. And it comes with their original business card on there as well. And then my favorite are the whales. The whales. Now, this is interesting because the card, and I probably should change the title on this one. The card is Elaine Kane's card, but it's been signed by Amanda, and Elaine's been scratched out. So I actually need to correct that on this one. So this one was done by Amanda. Look how beautiful that is. And there was one with a turtle on it, which I am keeping. I'm only trying to add really high-end things to my turtle collection now. In fact, where is he? Where is he? Ah, he's here somewhere. I put him someplace safe. I got the Lily turtle, and I swear to you, I was going to show him to you. Okay, well, he's hiding. He's hiding. I will. I promise. I'll show him to you. If I can find him, I'll show him to you. Sorry, I shouldn't do that. Okay. Oh, we have paperage inside this one too. Come out, come out. Let me see who you are. Okay, American collectibles made with pride in USA. It's identified now. Oh my goodness, I could not find. Oh my gosh, I really just needed to read the paper. So this is a piece of San Juan Pueblo, which I may not have this attributed correctly in the listing, because I couldn't find who this MA was. Well, had I just read the little slip inside, it may be worth a lot more than I have it up there for. It's Maria Adelicia, San Juan Pueblo, New Mexico. So if you look that up and it's worth a lot more than 50 bucks, snag it. I'm good with that. I will research this one more later. It's a 1987. So cool. Sometimes my little photographer does not get all of the things to help me. Steiff. This is a whole series done by Steiff. Now I do have a story in the listing of this Steiff hedgehog. This is Mickey. Oh, Mickey, you're so fine. You're so fine. You're so my mind. Hey, Mickey. Oh, sorry. So there's a mama and a daddy and the babies, and they are all very highly collectible. We'll have her QR code up there momentarily. It's my phone going on. So I'm getting all of this stuff. I'm getting all the stuff from Rachel's school because she is graduating this year. So they're like all doing like, does she need cap and gown and yearbook and all of like, it's no, because we're not going up to Washington for her to graduate. Unfortunately, trust me, if she wanted to, we would. She has no desire to do it, but because she does an online schooling program, it's based out of Washington. So that's where they're doing the graduation. Anyway, we're not, but they keep going. Do you want a cap and gown? Do you want a yearbook? All this blah, 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 blah. Anyway, back to our hedgehog. Oh, we found her. So Mickey is one of the family of the Steiff hedgehogs. She has her little button tag and she's got her little tag. She is in amazing condition. And there she is, just waiting for her new home. Okay. Here, you can sit in the Patagonia pottery for now. How about that? Save some room. So this is the other thing that the woman collected. She collected hats. I did not buy any hats, but I did get some of the hat holders. This was just with a whole bunch of stuff, and oh, it's worth a lot more. Okay, well, oh, somebody grab this. Well, if nobody has snagged it, may I ask Chelsea, just can you go put that in draft mode and let me do a little bit more homework and make an accurate listing for it? Pretty please. So this was used to hold one of her antique hats, and I just thought it was so cool. But I got a bunch of other stuff in the lot with this, which is going to be in my upcoming whatnot sale. So let me put this someplace. Since you're already sold, I'm gonna put you right here with a couple other sold things. I'm trying to decide what to grab next. What do I grab next? Oh, somebody snagged it. Okay. Hopefully you're a regular. I like my regulars to get the good deals. Okay. This, a lot of people don't know. This is Dorothy Thorpe. Dorothy Thorpe, and it is her textured glass from the mid-century. I just thought this was like a super cool piece. And I'm just showing it. Chelsea's got to go through a lot of stuff to find the right piece to put on the screen. So there it is. So just a really cool piece of the old Dorothy Thorpe. It's not signed by her. It's one of those things you just have to learn and know. But she has many different designs of this textured mid-century glass. Okay. All right, let's go back to some Hager. Some Royal Hager. There we go. This piece I could not come up with the exact name of the glaze. I did find many in the shape. The shape is the R 1946. I don't know if that's maybe just the year, but I did find some with the kind of this trefoil shape or maybe like amoeba shape. It's a really cool piece. Yes. And I know Hager had names for all of these different glazes. But unfortunately I could not figure it out. So I just had to go by the others of the same shape and then kind of land somewhere in between the highs and the lows, and knowing that I couldn't find this exact glaze anywhere, which makes it a little more rare too. So there you go. Hager on that one. And then this one is a little bit more common. It's kind of like the brown with the green drip at the top there, but still an amazing large piece. This one, it's really hard to read the bottom of this one, but this one is one of the earlier with the Royal Hickman. So you'll see them double signed from the early days. I don't know if that's coming through or not. I can't tell if it's coming through or not. But there, I'm trying to get the light just right so you can see it. Boom. Big, beautiful Hager vase. I know, I love the shape too. You over here. Staying organized. Staying organized. Okay, I couldn't find these either. Could not find these either. I wish these were blue. If they were blue, I'd probably be keeping them though. So it's good. It's good that they're green. It is a matched pair of these amazing little goldfish. Look at the goldfish on the corner there. Can you see them? How fun is that? It is kind of a, what do you call that? Yeah, it's triangle, but it's got that, not boomerang. What am I trying to think of? That shape. It's almost like a hurricane eye kind of shape kind of thing going on there. Anyway, they are marked on the bottom there. Could not find these anywhere. Couldn't find them anywhere. It's wow, is that a B or an R? I think it's a R789. I think. I'm gonna see if the other one is clear. Because there is a pair. Absolutely matching in every way. The amazing little goldfish. Let's see. Still can't say. I think it's an R789 is what that bottom reads, but it's very, very hard to read. Because a lot of times you can research by that number and you may not find the same color, but you'll find the same piece like in a brown or an amber or a blue or something else. And then that helps you with your identification a little bit. But these are great. And to have a matched pair, that's what's really great. Because a lot of times, this stuff over time, if somebody originally had the matched pair, one of them gets broken. And then you still have a lovely vase, but the value is in having that pair of them staying intact. I have like the ultimate of Royal Hager pieces I'm going to show you at the end that Not only do I have the two pieces that go together, but separately in the sale, they have the third piece that went with the set and didn't even know it went together. And I got them both. And I got them both by accident because I didn't know at first they went together. I just bought it because paperweight comes in its original box. Uh-oh, that is my daughter. Sorry guys, when my daughter texts me, I always jump and see what's going on because it's usually animal related. Oh, see, okay. So, and I told you we are nursing back to health one of our tortoises, and she's getting him to drink. So she wanted to show me that he's taking a nice drink. So he's very sleepy, and we can't let him sleep. So we have to give him a warm soak every day. Brings his body temperature up, and sometimes he'll dive his head into the water and drink. So we track when he drinks, and we're getting him to eat very minimally, which is bad because he's already skinny and he's just not eating. And it's, I don't want to have to put a feeding tube in him, but ultimately, if we can't get him to eat, that's what he'll have to have. Anyway, back to the paperweight in its original box, which the picture I'm realizing was taken with the box in a weird direction. But it is a Millefiori. It is made in Scotland. And it's got its original sticker on the back there. You can see it's a Strathern, I think is how you say it. Strathern. Beautiful. And it's beautiful that it is in its original display box. You can see all nice and safe. Okay. We have more Royal Hager. Now these pieces match, but not exactly. They're like, they're almost match. Look at these gorgeous pieces though. Oh my gosh. The texture, it's like they dripped the texture down. And I'm going to put that down and show you just one. And there's what the shape looks like. Again, it's a matched pair. It's got the Royal Hager signature on the bottom, but I don't know if that's coming through where you can see. I got a weird shadow. Why do I have a weird shadow right there? Don't want a weird shadow. I guess maybe if I turn that other light on, maybe I wouldn't have that weird shadow. I might try that. But see the texture? Look how cool that is. It's that mixed on the glossy glaze with like the matte texture that gave such a nice look to these pieces. And you're going to get the pair. Get the pair. All right. Oh, let's take a breather for just a moment. We've been going at this a while. I'm not used to standing the whole time. So I just need to do a like little, everybody get up and stretch. Deep breath in and out. Who's been to those like things where they make you do that? Like, I've been to a few in my day. How about a little Art Nouveau action here? Very, very Art Nouveau. Again, it's a bronze. It's got the twin maidens facing each other, and it's double-sided. It is a letter holder. They also made bookends that match this. She did not have the bookend. The seventh inning stretch. Yes, exactly. But how gorgeous is that? How gorgeous is that? I love 100-year-old stuff. I just really do. There's your markings on the bottom. Doesn't really tell us much, but we know it's Judd art. I know that because there was several of these listed, and all of them spectacular. Look at like the hair connecting. I mean, just so cool. I think I like the Art Nouveau period more than the Art Deco. I'm more of a flowy, flowery, something just very, yeah, that. And Art Deco is very like the lines go this way, you know. And I love Art Deco, don't get me wrong, but I think if I had to choose between the two, I would choose Art Nouveau. I would choose Art Nouveau. What show? Oh, let's show some pillows. There's some great pillows. Okay, this one is by a company named Riddle and Cockerell. As it says right there on the little tag, little research will show you these are like $50 pillows. It's pansies and it says best friends forever. It is an oldie. It is a dry clean only. And you know what? I priced it thinking that there was some spots, some fading on the back, but it wasn't. It was just the light. It's absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with it at all. So somebody can snag that for a discount. The estate sale was your favorite ever? Oh, that's awesome. No worries. We're here. We're still here. The dentist. Oh, that's such a bad word. I don't like dentists. No offense to any dentists out there. I just don't like dentists. I've had a extremely bad dentist experience that I haven't been back since. It terrifies me. And I'm opening this up because I felt something on the inside. Oh, wow. Her original paperwork from this pillow. I'm going to show it to you in a second. 100% wool, needlepoint, 100% cotton velvet backing, dry clean only, pure wool, embroidered on design exclusive of ornamentation, embroidered on 100% cotton canvas, dry clean only. Look at that. Look at this old little tag. How fun is that? Okay, and I'll show you the pillow. I'll show you the pillow that it's on. Little kitty cat pillow with a brown velvet back, and it still has, like, she kept the original tag on it. It is so cool. 14 by 14 is what it says. And then when I unzipped it, I found the original little pillow insert has a tag. Under penalty of law, this tag is not to be removed except by the consumer. All new material. I was looking for a year. There's no year. Made by C&F Enterprises in Newport News, Virginia. Filled and finished in USA. All right, well, that's cool. And it's a kitty cat. How much better does it get than that? There's that guy. And then these two are also the wool, and I'm selling these two together because they just go together. It's the fish that's been caught on the hook, and then it is the little fishing basket and the fishing pole. And again, they both have original little tags on them, and they are blue velvet back. I know they are great. Great. Okay. But the whole reason I bought that lot of pillows was this one was calling to me in the biggest way. The crocheted round, like kind of like the Afghan, like the chevron or the zigzag Afghan. I don't know why. This pillow just really stole my heart. And I had to have it. And now I will pass it on to you. It's just a great, fun vintage pillow. And again, like all her stuff, no smell, like no damage. It's amazing. Her stuff was amazing. Okay. Sip break, sip break. And I still didn't turn the heat down, so I'm kind of roasting in here. I think that's part of the problem. How about we put Bougie up on the screen momentarily, and I will be back in like 10 seconds. I'm literally just going to go turn the heat down just a couple notches. So let's throw Bougie up on the screen. There we go. Perfect. Okay, it would have been a lot faster if I hadn't had my modem like strung out in the middle of the room so that it was like literally like line of sight. I had to kind of do the limbo over that, but we're good now. I keep oh, okay. Oh, that's so cute. I love that you did that. I'm going to take this moment to say hi to everyone I may have missed. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. These guys. Now, really thought these, and I still think they're Bulgarian, but maybe I don't know what the Bulgarian language looks like. So maybe you guys can help me because there is a sticker on the bottom of this. It's a pitcher and 4 cups. Doesn't it look like the Bulgarian redware, right? But I'm a little thrown by that. Is that how Bulgarian language is? I don't know. I can't even tell if that is focusing for you guys because if I hold it up there close, I can't see. But it looks like Russian to me. So what have I got? Is it Bulgarian or is it Russian or Ukrainian? I don't know. I'm a little perplexed, but the cups look like this. It's all matching. And they don't have any marks on the bottom, but it's cool. Look how they have a little glazed patch in the center, like a little signature thing. Yeah, striking and beautiful. Absolutely is. But I'm a little perplexed. I'm a little perplexed about what it is and where it originally came from. I'm watching the comments to see if anybody knows what that language was. I think this is like one of the last things I bought through the sale. And I wasn't going to, didn't set out to, wasn't on my radar. But sometimes that's how an auction gets you. And that's why I spent entirely too much money at this auction. Silistra. It is Russian. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Oh, Rachel's letting me know he's eating too. Yay! Oh, that makes me happy. I have to tell her, yay. She is an incredible girl. She has a way with animals that is just so deep. Like they respond to her. I haven't been able to get him to eat, and I have been trying. First shot, she gets him to eat. Oh, it is Bulgaria. It is Bulgarian. Okay, 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 okay. Silistra, Bulgaria. Okay. All right. Who doesn't love a Tanala cat? Look at the eyes. Look at the eyes on this guy. He's the better to see with. I want to get rid of this weird shadowy shadow. Why are we shadowing? I don't know why. He is marked on the bottom. Mexico. He's your classic Tanala colors. But the eyes have it on this one. I see a lot of Tanala cats, and I don't think I've seen one with the big eye thing going there. So he's in there. What's floating around in you? So then we have an owl who has something up in there. What is? He's not chipped or anything. There must have been like some loose pottery on the inside when they made him, and now it's like floating around in there. But there's not a ding on him, so it's not from him at all. And he's big. So look next to me. He's like a big owl. And this one is not signed on the bottom. Usually they're signed on the body somewhere. No, he's not signed. So he's an unsigned Tanala owl. Oh, is our Patty still under the weather? Under the weather. Where did that thing come from? Why do we say under the weather? Why do we say that? I would like to know. Checking the phone real quick. See if there's any messages I missed. Aw, Patty, we want you to get better. We want you to get better. Okay, we've got more pottery. Oh, I know I did that listing wrong. I did that listing wrong. Again, I do my listings from the pictures that are taken. And then I get my hands out and I go, ow! But this is an exciting piece right here. This piece right here is Hubert Candelario, San Felipe Pueblo, 1989. I did quite a bit of research on this one because his works go for huge amounts of money. This, I am finding, is one of his early pieces. He started his pottery in the 1980s. I have the entire write-up of him in this listing if you want to read it. I did attribute it to the website that I got it off of, which I can't remember what it was right now, but it was a very, very credible website for this information. He started doing the pottery in the 1980s. He now makes some of the most incredible detailed cut out like filigree pottery is what he's known for now. I couldn't find any of his earlier pieces. So it's a pretty rare piece. If you collect Native American pottery, this is a name that you want to have in your collection. Sorry, I'm sorry about that stupid. That's a stupid shadow. I can't get close or it just shadows over. But it's all signed on the bottom there. Hubert, Hubert. It'll go in the curio cabinet until it sells. Why is my phone going banana bananas? Oh, got it. The other piece, oh, this, I have to correct this listing. I was going to keep this one, and I remember now I wanted to keep this one, so I don't even want to show it. Stand by. I don't even know what I called it in the listing. There's another little piece of redware pottery. Chelsea, if you could go put this one into draft for me, because I literally intended to keep this one and I would like to keep this one. It's the San Juan Capistrano, but I didn't call it that in the listing. So if you could find that and just throw it into draft mode for me, I would appreciate it because I totally forgot I wanted to keep that piece. Because if you've ever seen me show my decor, I have a huge painting of San Juan Capistrano done by Vincente. What was his first name? Vincente, I know is his last name, and I can't think of what his first name is. Anyway, it was one of the very first things I ever bought at an auction back in the early 90s, I want to say. And at that time, I paid $100, and he wasn't a listed artist or anything. It was just a really cool piece. Well, over the years and many moves and just loving that painting, he became a listed artist and it has gone up in value, which is what can happen with good art. It is an investment. And so now I now have this piece of Vincente art that is worth a couple $1,000s that I paid $100 for. I will probably never sell it. But the fact that it is San Juan Capistrano and it's done from kind of a perspective of standing, looking down one of the little courtyard, I don't know what you call them, like outside the building, but it's covered and you can see the gardens and all of that. And I have stood in that place and I remember very distinctly going on a field trip as a child and going to San Juan Capistrano and being just mesmerized by it. And so when I look at that painting, it isn't just a painting, it is a connection with something that was a really great memory that brought me joy, that was all part of my like getting into like loving history and all of that. But anyway, I have a little shelf next to that painting, and I want to put the piece of San Juan Capistrano pottery on the shelf next to my painting. There you go. That was a really long way to tell that story, wasn't it? But I was giving Chelsea time to do it for me. Okay, let's do a little throwback to childhood since we're talking about childhood. I have I have some dolls and some plushies. Oh my goodness, I didn't realize he has a safety pin on the back of his little thing. This is Raggedy Andy. I don't know what happened to his girl. His girl did not come with him. He's an oldie. There's pictures of how his little body is stitched together with a little blue stitching. He's got all of the original garb on. I forget how tall he is. I think I want to say he's like 15 inches, maybe. Oh, there, 16 inches. See, yeah, that was close. But he is an oldie. He's an oldie. The only thing I just found I didn't know before is his little shirt. It has a little safety pin holding it. But other than that, he is an all original, fabulous little vintage guy. And then we have another Raggedy Andy who is really cool. Now, what I found is there's a version like this with the black bow, but there's also one with a blue bow. That there's more of them out there. There's very few of the ones with the black bow out there. So he's a very desirable little Raggedy Andy. I just want to know where's Anne? Where's Raggedy Ann? Why did she leave him? Why did she abandon him? Is this what we're facing in 2025? Is Raggedy Ann just abandons Raggedy Andy? Okay. Somebody needs to get him home. Then we've got, is this striking anybody's childhood? We've got who is he? He's Albert, the running bear from 1979 in his little blue tracksuit. Bloop, bloop. Now, I want to show you something that I kept, which means, stand by, stand by. I have the little price tags that she had on things. She had $125 on this little bear right here. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That is her price tag for him. So I did not price him anywhere near that. Because sadly, he doesn't go for that anymore. But there was a time when Albert went for a lot of moolah. And I think the first Raggedy Andy I showed you, that was her price on Raggedy Andy too. So, and then we've got, now she called this a Papagayo doll, and that's not what I came up with. That is not what I found. Although it is what is on the wrist. So now that I look at it, it's like, so she's a little bit of a mystery because I Google searched her extensively and she was part of the Calico Critters. So I don't know if this is like original to her wrist because Papagayo dolls I couldn't find anything that looked like this. So help me out, anybody who's a more contemporary. And when I say contemporary, I am talking 80s, 70s, 80s dolls versus 1900s, 1800s dolls. What am I missing here with her? What am I missing? Because she had her priced at, hold on, I'm going to cover up her name and her phone number. $125. $125 is what she had on this doll. You can see I am nowhere near that. So I don't know. But she is cloth stuffed body. Oh wait, she is a Papagayo doll. So maybe I have her severely underpriced. I don't know. No, she's got a tag. It's been confirmed. Where did it go? Right there. There we go. Huh. Okay. A little bit of a mystery novel there. Okay. Who doesn't love a nice lamb chop? I mean, come on. This is not a puppet. It is just a plush. It is, I thought I saw a year on it. 1994. It is a 1994 from Sherry Lewis Enterprises. And it's got little lamb chop on the body there. It's got the eyelashes. I like lamb chop. And I don't even know why I bought this lot because I don't normally deal. I do know why I bought this lot. I bought this lot for this guy because I'm always telling you guys, if you find the real deal, they have value. It is an authentic sock monkey. And you can tell it's a handmade one. Look at, it's really made out of socks. Really, really made out of socks. This is how they were all made once upon a time. This one's pretty detailed with his little fringy on his hands and feet, little pom-poms put on there, little pom-poms put on his chest. He's in absolutely outstanding condition, but what a throwback right there. I'm going to say 70s, I think is when I had my sock monkey. Because that's when, and then they were so popular that the company started to actually produce them as a thing. So there are still some originals out there, and I've got one right there. Relive your childhood. Ooh, I want some dinner. Gotta go get your dinner. I want some dinner. I don't know. No, I told Noah we're on our own tonight because when I get done with this, I have to go. I think I'm gonna go to Savers. I think Savers is the place I think. Maybe. We'll see. Okay. Because Noah is ahead of me now, and I like to keep him editing. I don't like there to be a lag in the editing time. One of the coolest things that I found right here. I wish Dawn was still here. She would love this. Do you remember what's inside? Do you remember? Oh, look how it opens. Look at this little boop, diddy boop. And then it opens up to reveal. Oh, look at that. What? Okay. Let me bring her out in all of her glory. She's still got the little hat pin thing going in there. 1960s authentic fabric wig or hat head in its original case. How fun is that? Oh my gosh, I love this so much. I loved it. I loved it when I saw it in the preview, and I love it even more now. I'm gonna stick her back in here, keep her safe, fasten her back up. It's that vinyl 60s goodness case that is in also really great condition. Look at that. There's some history right there. I bet one of my viewers owned this at some point. Maybe not this exact one, but you owned one, right? Because you put, like, I don't know, your favorite hat or your favorite wig on that cool thing. Yeah, she's super cool. Super cool. Okay. All right, we're moving right along. I've got some cool purses coming up. We're going to talk about those. I'm going to talk about two pieces of pottery first. Bigger than I like to ship, but it was too cool not to buy. I know you guys are like, what's with all the big stuff today, Danny? Look at the amazing Goldfish. Now, I'm told this is a foot bath. It is a Chinese foot bath, but now is used as a planter by all of us. But that was its original purpose. And it's painted inside with the goldfish, and it makes sense that all that painting would be in there because it would hold water. So you'd see it. You like when you put dirt in there, you don't see that. And I always thought, why do they paint the insides of these planters like this? Well, mystery solved. It is for water and it is a footbath. And it is big and gorgeous. And I love it. Oh, okay. Let's see. This one is a surprise. This came with the two matching pieces of Royal Hager. They were sitting there, and I wanted the Royal Hager. I bid on the Royal Hager. This was just like, yeah, okay, it's nice. I'll be able to sell that. This piece right here is pretty incredible. Now, she again included some information, and this is actually what threw me because it's not this. She said it was a Max Lauger, Max Luger, Max Lauger, however you say that. I don't believe it is. I don't believe it is. I found it to be a, what did I put? Oh, because it's signed UD. That's why. So I actually haven't really like confirmed who it is. There's several potential artists that it could be, but Max Lauger is not one of them. It's 1948, not 1920, as she had there. So this is an artist that was in the style of Max Lauger. Max Lauger sell for thousands of dollars. So I was really, really kind of hoping it was his when I first saw that. But it is an absolutely incredible piece nonetheless. And you can see large. Here is the bottom. It is like a red terracotta. So those are all the clues you have to, like, when you're researching this stuff, look at the material used, the glaze, the way the glaze was applied, the shape. This is not a chip. This is like a little manufacturing, and I say manufacturing loosely. This is a hand-thrown pot. It's like a little dip-de-doo when they were making the piece of pottery and it got glazed over. So this has been glazed over, so you know it was done at the time it was made. It was not an after the fact, and it's, now that I say that, I'm wondering if it's a repair. Yeah, I really do think it was just a little oopsie in the process because it is totally glazed over. Anybody knows anything about this piece? I would love to hear what you know because I am still researching this one. Okay. Purses, and then a couple more big pieces. But let's do purses. Let's do the purses. Whiting and Davis, gold mesh, stunning little. She, I think, collected 1920s like flapper stuff because she had the flapper outfit, and I did bid on it. I did. I tried really hard to get the flapper outfit. Couldn't get it. I love the little, whoop, look at that little latch on this. It is signed on the clasp. Where is it? Wait, maybe this one isn't. This one has a tag. Usually Whiting and Davis is marked somewhere on the frame also, which I'm looking for. I don't see it on this one, but we do have the Whiting and Davis tag in there. There it is. Again, in incredible, incredible condition. Wait, I'm trying to, okay, I did something wrong with closing it. Where, let me figure out how this latch works. It's got a trick to it. Wait a minute, why is that? Okay, I'm confused now. Why is, there we go. Okay, I got it. I got it. Very tricky little latch this one has to get it to close. Okay, so there's that one. Then there, I'm gonna do the Whiting and Davis first. I got this one. Also Whiting and Davis, but like a totally different style, really. a different beading mesh used. Look at the scallops on the top. I'm gonna say this is more like a 1940s. Yep, I even put that in the listing. That other one was earlier. But this is the one that has the Whiting and Davis, yep, up on the frame there. You can see it. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. And then it says made in USA on the other side. And it's got the Whiting and Davis there. Pretty clean for a purse of that age. We're not even going to say the year. I'm not even going to say it. My mom's here. She was born in the 1940s. We won't put it into numbers. But that is a cool handbag there. I think that was the only Whiting and Davis. Let me show. This is a mystery one to me. Super cool, but I can't find anything like it. Maybe it's an eyeglass case. Do you think it could be that? Do you think this could be for eyeglasses? Just because of the shape, it's got the double kiss lock up there. Very clean. But now that I'm looking at it, I'm just wondering if this is for glasses. It snaps very tight. Look at the beadwork on that with the floral. Anybody ever seen one like this? Please let me know. I would love to know what you know. And plus, I do have this one priced up a little bit because I'm still trying to figure it out. Like if I figure it out and it's not a $60 case, I will absolutely adjust it. But now I'm thinking like I need to search beaded glasses case or eyeglass case and maybe that's how I can find it. But Google image was not my friend on that one. Just put it that way. Okay. This has probably got to be one of the coolest purses that I got. How awesome is that? Now, what's really interesting about this is it says souvenir. Now, I wish I knew. Is it French? Is it a French souvenir little purse? Because I know like these were very, very popular in France, Parisian beads. It's got the little crochet at the top here with the drawstring. Rachel tried to get a picture of the inside and it doesn't look so great in the listing, but you can kind of get an idea of the beadwork involved in this. Oh, there's something inside. More clues. Holy smokers. I wish I had this when I was doing all this research. I could have saved a lot of time. Wow, there's like a whole article here. This is when you know you have a true collector. A peek at the feminine side of history. This is from 1973 is the date on this newspaper article. And it talks about miser purses. Oh, maybe it's a miser purse. Hmm. So it's got a whole history here about beaded purses that came with it. So it doesn't say specifically who this one was, but it does reference miser purses. So that's a thing to look into. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fold and talk at the same time and it's not going so well. So there you go. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to leave that in this little purse, an extra little piece of history to go with it. It is an absolutely stunning condition. Stunning. Did my chat stop? Are we still live? All right, there's been like minutes between any new chat messages. Just want to make sure we're okay. Are we good? Check in, everybody. Give me a check in. Are we frozen? We're not frozen, are we? I'm asking Chelsea on the back end. Chelsea can hear me in real time. We're still live. Okay. Okay. What do I have to do to wake you guys? I have to wake you guys up. I have to wake you guys up. How do I wake you up? I promise we're almost done. We're almost done. You are things. And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek at a couple things. How about that? Something to look forward to. Okay, how about this coolness? Again, I wish Dawn was here. Dawn would really like this piece. It is made in Mexico, and it is Louisiana brass, and it is marked, right? I don't know if you can see it. It's marked all right there. Maybe, I'm sorry, my camera, you know, doing this on my phone just really sucks. So it's all metal. Do you believe it's brass and silver plate? I don't know what, so there's a dark metal under there. I think it's still a brass. It might even be some like hammered aluminum. I don't know, it's pretty fancy, pretty fancy. And then it's got the double cord as the holder. It's a purse that can double as a weapon. Can you imagine hitting somebody with that? I mean, come on. Mess with me? Go ahead, mess with me. Maybe ladies knew something, right? Maybe they had it figured out. Okay, so then I think what she's calling this is a miser purse, and I might have to go back and do a little more research and a little wording edits on things. But this is a little crocheted with the pictures. I'm sorry, the pictures don't do this justice. The pictures, when you lay it down, it flops. So she really needed me to hold it to get the proper pictures, but it's so cool. Look at all the beadwork. The little, oh, it's really big too. It's bigger than it looks because it's kind of bunched up. Look at that. Okay. We got all of that beadwork, and then it's all crocheted with that really, really, really thin thread. Did this one not come over? Oh no, Mom. Why is your internet bad? Maybe it's in the air. Maybe it's something in the air today. So this might actually be a miser purse, and I probably have this priced incredibly cheap for what it is, but there you go. Somebody get a deal. We've had deals today. Deals today. Is the internet just being naughty today? Is that what it is? Like Tally would say, naughty. He's still, Christmas is over and Tally is still an internet sensation. Okay. Creme de la creme of vintage mesh purses right here. Oh my gosh. I've never had one of these, and I've always wanted one of these. It is an Art Deco Whiting and Davis mesh purse with the floral beadwork. Now, I don't believe that's painted. Maybe it is. Could be wrong. Trying to see if that's actually like the mesh color. No, it's painted. It's painted. It's a painted thing. A little flapper purse, little Art Deco period 1920s. Ah, this is so cool. I'm gonna open it up and I'm gonna show you its delicateness. So delicate. Look at how thin that is. Oh, it's so great. It's got a few little areas where it's coming loose, but it is over 100 years old, folks. This, I know, it is a wow. This one is a wow. Definitely a wow that needs to go in somebody's little display case and wow them. Okay, I'm double checking this one because I called it celluloid, and I'm pretty sure it's celluloid, but I was just double checking. Now I'm pretty sure that is celluloid. Okay, this cutest of little fabric purses with the celluloid top. Now everything that I researched on celluloid purses, like when they had this, it was the handle too. So it was very hard to find a similar one where it is just this piece. But there are people selling just the celluloid pieces of these purses for ridiculous amounts of money, because a lot of times the purse didn't survive, this piece survives, and then they can make another purse out of it. So I kind of priced it just based on the celluloid piece from what I could find, but the purse itself is pretty fantastic too. Just such a quick, like so cottage core, right? And then when Rachel was taking the picture, she goes, "What's this? This fell out of it." And I opened it up, and it is this sweet little mirror that you can obviously tell has a little age to it. It's fabric backed, and it comes in this little brown case that is going to stay. It's going to stay with this little purse. Let me. How do you open? I'm being so delicate with it. I'm like afraid to open it. Okay. But it is marked on the inside, but I can't make it out. Absolutely cannot see what it says. I want to say it's a TUR. What's a TURV? And there is a picture in the listing, but I don't know what it says. But you're going to get the little purse. I mean, the little mirror and all with this little guy. Okay, that was the person. Wow. All right, I'm trying to decide which I don't have enough hands to show you this next piece. I'm gonna have to show it to you in pieces. And I haven't got the picture of it all together yet. More Royal Hager. Now Royal Hager calls this tiger. They have called this tigers, but it's so leopard. It's so leopard. So I have both words in my listing because it's just, to me, it's leopard. It's spotted, for crying out loud. All right, so you are going to get both of these guys and the matching centerpiece. Look at that. So just keep that, yeah, that picture, then you can see all the pieces together. So you get the two tigers and this piece. No, go back to the tigers. Just keep showing the tigers because it shows it all together. It's the same listing. No, wait, is it not this? It's the same listing. Yeah. Yeah. Just keep showing those because then they can see like all of it together. And see how big. So imagine this like on a shelf or a mantle, this in the center with a nice flower or plant arrangement in it. And then you got the tigers on either side. It doesn't get much better than that. If you are a Royal Hager collector, this one is not marked Royal Hager on the bottom because I suspect it's marked on the tiger. So they're like, oh, we don't need to mark all the pieces. Let's just mark the tigers. Yes, let's just mark the tigers. There they are. Boop, boop, boop. And it does say Royal Hager, Royal Hickman, made in USA, 314, I think it's 314 is the model. So early stuff right there. What an amazing collectible piece to keep together. Now, when I put that over on cherish.com, I will be doubling the price. In my shop, I don't need to do that yet. Okay, this piece I only knew about because I have been to the Antiques Roadshow and I took a pair of lamps that were made like this. And I was educated that this is Champlavet. A lot of people call it cloisonné. Who knows the difference? The main difference between Champlavet and cloisonné. Another little trivia, if you will. Oh, that's what we didn't do. We didn't do a trivia thing. I'll have to do that. I will do that on Sunday. I had a trivia question in my show last week, right? That is still up there to be answered. I think so. Still chances to win. Anyway, look how large, incredible this piece is. The handles are dragons. So Champlavet is made with bronze. It is a bronze base, enameled. I can't remember now. I think I put a little bit more history in the listing about Champlavet and how it's done. It is signed on the bottom with I believe it's Japanese, a Japanese mark. What an incredible piece. And the other thing is, if you ever go to an estate sale or an estate, I'm out of breath, that thing is heavy, or an estate auction, and you can tell that there is quality in the room, you can take chances on stuff. You can pick stuff up going like, I don't know, if this is really good. Just knowing that the person who was the collector knew really good stuff, and that's probably a pretty good indication you're going to be okay buying what you want to buy. Okay. So I did not get this guy at that sale. I got him because I went back to the antique mall after I did that first video. And so this has never shown up me buying him on video, but he's shown up in the video. I went back and I got the Holt Howard olive container. Now, why is he so cheap for this particular piece that sells for like $180 to $200? Because when I got him, I discovered he had a little chippy poo on the inside of the rim. So he's heavily discounted, but look, you don't see it on display. You don't see it. So it's a big discount. If somebody wants to add this to your collection, it's 1958. Holt Howard, the olives. Sometimes you have so many people that say, Danny, I wish you would have picked that up. And I went back. So here's what's coming out. Hopefully tomorrow. I've got to get it done tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I get this all done. But I'm doing another one of my weirdest things I found videos. And it's going to be the weirdest things I found at the antique mall. So I went back after the sale and when it was much quieter, and I just went through the mall finding the weirdest things I could find to talk about. So that will be tomorrow's video. I'm trying this new thing with that. So please let me know after you watch it if you enjoyed it. What's interesting about this one is that Noah decided the order of the things from least weird to most weird. So I'm actually anxious to see what he came up with too. What did I promise you I was going to show you? I think I promised you I was going to show you the dolls. Let me get to them. Let me show you the dolls. I mean, there's other things that I have listed that you can go take a peek at. Here are my pretties. They're my pretty little German dolls. I've talked about before why I am so obsessed with these antique dolls. Because my aunt, who I spent summers with, had a collection, and she had some of the finest antique dolls anybody could want. And she let me hold them. She let me touch them. She let me learn about them. She taught me about them. So I grew a great appreciation of them. And so now I pick them up when I find them. So this one is, her name is Alma. So actually this one is a reproduction. She fooled me. She's a really good reproduction. So it says Alma 5/0 on the back. All right, that is a darn good reproduction doll. And I will still keep her because she is a darn good reproduction doll. She is wearing authentically old clothing. So nice job, Alma. Nice job. Okay, well, let's see if the boy is. Let's see. This one very well may be a reproduction too. Nope, this one is made in Germany. Let's see if I can show you the mark without stripping him completely. Is that a snap? Yes. Okay. So this one is old. So this is where you look on dolls for all the pertinent information. And then just look at the quality. Like even that reproduction, you can see in the eyes and the face. It's a good one. The little lips. So those are keepers. They go with my antique shoes that I collect and keep in the case. What else did I get? I got this guy. You know, I'm not selling him. I could not get him. I tried to get the other one. It's a Netsuke, spelled Netsuki, but it's a Netsuke. I have learned how to say it. These were used on kimonos to tie. Like I don't know, do they wear them just like on a cord or something? But they have to do with the Japanese kimonos and adornments and different animals, different figures, different things mean different things. But to me, this means this is love right here. To me, this is love. So he'll go home with me. So that top shelf that you're seeing there that nobody's really supposed to see is like, it's where I put things that I haven't quite gotten to yet. Like I have a candle holder there. I have a couple of lamps. I have a piece of pottery I'm toying with keeping. Here, help me decide. Should I keep it or should I sell it? Keep or sell. I kind of love it. I kind of want to like actually put a plant in it. It's not old. It's a contemporary piece, but I kind of love it. Okay. So it's sitting up here while I make my decision. Indeed. And that I think is all that my brain can handle for tonight. Like I said in the beginning, I have all of the textiles to still do. And I might just do those on Whatnot. I might do it. I don't know. I mean, they'll be discounted because that's what you have to do on with Whatnot. You have to offer things for less than they would be at a fixed price. But I'm not going to go super low. Like I have my limits on those things. But I have 3 tubs I'm looking at over here. Like, look, this is the kind of stuff that I'm gonna. Like this guy needs a little repair on one of the palm trees. But look, it is a nativity. Like a little palm tree needs to be reglued. A nativity made from a coconut. How awesome is that? Right. I'll probably start that. It's like $5. And it may very well sell for $5. I've got okay. Amazing chopsticks. An original little silk box. I've got oh, you guys will like these. These little frosted birds. Stuff like that. So be watching for me to post the information for that sale. I will put it in my community section on my website. I'll put it on my Instagram. I'll put it on my Facebook. I'll put it in all the places so you can find it. It will also be in under tomorrow's video. It'll be under this video. I'll add it. Lots of places you can find the link to come over to that sale as soon as I get it scheduled. And we'll do that. So now I think it's time to do a little giveaway. Are we oh, what race? What race do we want to run today? Okay, let's take a little poll. Do we want I don't have Hey with me to do the farm animals, but we could do either farm animals or crabs or pigeons. What do you guys want tonight? What do you want tonight? There will be another sale here on NSN tomorrow, as far as I know. Dawn should be here with a jewelry sale tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Okay, I got 1 vote for crabs. Any more? Any other opinions on which race we should run? Crabs. It's got 2 for crabs. And if you've never stayed and watched one of the races, then you probably have no idea what we're talking about. You guys like the crabs. They like the crabs, Chelsea. They like the crabs. I think we have to go with the crabs tonight. We're going with crabs. Let's give them crabs. somebody is going to clip that and go use that somewhere. You know that now, right? We had one for farm animals. Tell you what, we'll do farm animals on Sunday. I will do Sunday farm animals because I will be back here on Sunday. All right. I just have to wait for the thumbs up from Chelsea. She's got to get it prepared. It looks like we are ready to have a race. Oh my goodness gracious, I can't see it at all. Okay, I'm gonna have to get really close so I can call this race. Oh my gosh. Okay. On your marks. Get set. Go! Oh, goodness malarkey, I can't read a single one of those things. It's neck and neck here. Neck and neck on those crabs. I see a hot pink and I see an orange. And that fluorescent green is hanging right in there, but I don't know who it is. Hopefully you guys can see if it's your crab in the race. And it is gonna be, oh wow! Woo! Oh, somebody got a sterling silver 95 blue, the CZ necklace and earring set. If that was you and you're in the chat and you want to let me know that was you, that is great. If you're not in, if you don't want to let me know in the chat before we sign off, then you're going to have to send me a little contact through the shop. I just like to make sure it's somebody who's actually here. Jill. Oh, I know just what to add to your package. So we're all good. All good. Yay. Okay, I will send a little extra something in your package. Thank you to everybody who bought something. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody who was just here. Buying something is not the criteria for being here. I love the hangout time. I love to talk about this stuff. I love when you guys add stuff about the stuff and it's a mutual beneficial thing. I would be remiss in saying, if you are a reseller yourself and you would like to grow your business, I have the Reseller Revolution Network that I have started over on a platform called School. And now we do a thing every Wednesday. We do a What Is It Wednesday, where you can submit items, go, I have no idea what this is or how much it's worth. And Chelsea helps me because Chelsea is an appraiser. And we give people the history and the values and all the good stuff with that. Plus, there are workshops over there. There is a community over there. And there's a lot more fun stuff coming. I still have it at half price until we get to 100 members. Once we get to 100 members, we're going up to the regular full price on that, but would love to see you over there. There is a 7-day free trial. There's a 7-day free trial to see if it's something that you can benefit from and if it's something you'd like to participate in. So I invite you all over there. And yeah, so if you're on the Niche Lady channel and you haven't jumped over to the Niche Shopping Network channel yet, I invite you to do so. We go live there several times a week. Our goal is to have something every single night. We're working up to that. If you are someone or you know someone who would like to be part of NSN as a host, you can reach out to me, the niche lady at gmail.com, and we can discuss it, see, what opening might work. And we're very, very picky about who we bring over here. So we don't accept just anybody. So there is an audition process. So you have to be ready for that. Obviously, you have to be able to be on camera. It's kind of like one of the criteria. With that, I think I covered everything. Did I cover everything, Chelsea? Tomorrow is Dawn. Hopefully her show should be scheduled soon over on NSN. And then Chelsea is on Saturday. And then I'll see you back again on Sunday. And then we'll just start a whole new week of fun. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here and watching and participating. And with that, go find your joy. We'll see you on the next one.